Hello, it's a beautiful day and you are watching the main news on Hope Channel Zambia, media that changes lives. Here are stories making headlines. DEC arrests and charges Tasila Lungu. 13th National Assembly resumes with 3 new MPs sworn in. Social cash transfer brings relief to vulnerable households. 3 ambassadors represent letters of credence to COMESA. Much more stories are coming up shortly. Don't go away.
Did you know that you've got the right to complain against any radio or television broadcast? Did you also know that every radio or television station has an obligation to respond and address your complaints when aggrieved? The first step is to complain to the station not more than 3 months after the broadcast took place. It is expected that the station will respond reasonably to you, that is within 14 days. If not satisfied, then escalate your problem to the Independent Broadcasting Authority.
We're at Mass Media Complex, Ali King Carter Road,
PO Box 32475, Lusaka, or call us on +260 211 250589 or visit our website at www.iba.org.zm.
IBA, promoting ethical and professional broadcasting.
Let's get the details. My name is Mwene Muyanga. Shalon Akufuna is our sign language caster. The Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, has charged and arrested Chawama Member of Parliament, Tasila Lungu Mwansa. The arrest is connected to 2 offenses: possession of property reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime and money laundering. Tasila Lungu Mwansa, daughter of former President Edgar Lungu, has been accused by the Drug Enforcement Commission, DEC, of possessing real estate property, Kumawa Ranch in Sinda, Eastern Province, between January 1st, 2015 and December 31st, 2022. This accusation is based on the alleged violations of the Forfeiture of Proceeds of Crime Act and the Prohibition and Prevention of Money Laundering Act. According to the DEC Public Relations Officer Alan Tamba, Ms. Mwansa is suspected of acquiring the property through unexplained wealth, as her documented income from 2015 to 2021 was only 154,000 kwacha, which is insufficient to purchase and develop the farm valued at over 8 million kwacha. The Economic and Financial Crimes Court has since ordered the forfeiture of the farm to the state, citing that Tasila Lungu Mwansa has had no known means to acquire or develop the property.
Formally charged and arrested Mrs. Tasila Lungu Mwansa, a member of parliament for Chawama constituency. The arrest is in connection with the following offenses. Number 1, possession of property reasonably suspected to be proceeds of crime. This is contrary to Section 71 of the Forfeiture of Proceeds of Crime Act of 2010 of the laws of the Republic of Zambia. Number 2, money laundering, contrary to Section 7 of the Prohibition and Prevention of Money Laundering Act, number 14 of 2001, as amended by Section 3 of Act number 44 of 2010 of the laws of the Republic of Zambia. In the first count, particulars are that Mrs. Tasila Lungu Mwansa, jointly and whilst acting together with other persons unknown, on dates unknown, but between 1st January 2015 and 31st December 2022 at Sinda, in the Sinda district of the Eastern Province of the Republic of Zambia, did possess real estate property, namely Kumawa Ranch, situated at property number F/2278 in Sinda district of the Eastern Province, with an estimated value of 8,840,098 Zambian kwacha. And she has failed to give a reasonable explanation in relation to how she acquired the same. In the second count, particulars of the charge are that Mrs. Tasila Lungu Mwansa, jointly and whilst acting together with other persons unknown on dates unknown, but between 1st January 2015 and 31st December 2022 at Sinda, in the Sinda district of the Eastern Province of the Republic of Zambia, having reason to believe that real estate property, namely Kumawa Ranch, situated at property number F/2278 in Sinda district, was a proceed of crime, did engage in money laundering by using the said property for business activities, which included rearing of game and farming. Whereas in the initial case involving Kumawa Ranch, the state instituted non-criminal forfeiture proceedings whereby the ranch itself was subject of judicial proceedings. In the current matter, as a result of the evidence gathered through further investigations, the state has instituted criminal proceedings against the ranch proprietor, Mrs. Tasila Lungu Mwansa. Mrs. Mwansa has since been released on police bond and is expected to appear before a competent court soon.
The fourth session of the 13th National Assembly has resumed, marking a significant milestone in Zambia's calendar. The session, which adjourned sine die on December 6, 2024, has welcomed 3 new members of parliament, namely Justin Kapema of Pambashe constituency, Msonda Nason of Kawambwa constituency, and Simon Banda of Petauke Central constituency. According to the clerk of the National Assembly of Zambia, Roy Ngulube, the session will focus on the legislative process, where proposed bills and laws will be debated and reviewed in Parliament. Mr. Ngulube said the meeting marks the second session on the parliamentary calendar, following the previous meeting that centered on the presentation and approval of the national budget. The swearing in of the 3 new MPs is a significant development as it brings fresh perspectives and representations to the National Assembly. As the legislative body resumes its duties, Zambia can expect a focus on law-making policy debates and oversight of the government's activities.
Do swear that I'll be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Republic of Zambia, to the President of the Republic of Zambia, and that I will preserve, protect, defend the Constitution of Zambia as by law established. So help me God.
I, Justin Kapema, do swear that I will be faithful and be truthful allegiance to the President of the Republic of Zambia, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Zambia as by law established.
I, Nelson Musonda, do swear I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the President of the Republic of Zambia, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Zambia as by law established. So help me God.
Let me begin by congratulating the new members from Kawambwa, Pambashe, and Petauke Central Parliamentary constituencies who have just been sworn in. Congratulations for your victory in the just ended elections. I wish you the best in your parliamentary journey. Honorable members,
Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Dr. Kennedy Lishimpi, has called for stronger collaboration among various sectors to effectively combat malnutrition in Zambia. Dr. Lishimpi emphasized that addressing malnutrition requires a multi-sectoral approach where planning and implementation of nutrition interventions involve different ministries, including health, agriculture, water and sanitation, education, community development and social services, fisheries and livestock. He said while the health sector takes responsibility for nutrition-specific interventions, Dr. Lishimpi stressed that other sectors need to implement nutrition-sensitive programs to achieve a holistic approach to food nutrition and security. Dr. Lishimpi said the Ministry of Health will lead nutrition-specific interventions in communities, beginning with the pilot districts of Chivombo and Monze, which were selected due to their high prevalence of malnutrition and vulnerability among women and children. He urged all stakeholders to work together to improve nutrition outcomes across Zambia. Dr. Lishimpi said this during the Girls' Education and Women's Empowerment and Livelihood Phase 2 project, which focuses on nutrition and aims to support and empower vulnerable girls and women in Zambia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Health's role in JUA 2 is to implement targeted nutritional specific interventions that promote optimal nutritional practices. These include number 1, maternal, infant and young child nutrition, to ensure that critical periods of growth and development are supported through appropriate feeding practices. I've already explained that when I began. Number 2, growth monitoring and promotion, to track and enhance the health and nutrition status of young children. Number 3, micronutrient supplementation, including multiple micronutrient supplements for pregnant women and micronutrient powders for children under the age of 2 years to address key micronutrient deficiencies. A child could be sitting during the day and in the evening the child can't read. Basically because they've got night blindness. Could be as a result of vitamin A deficiency. So those are your micronutrients. A child goes to school but doesn't want to participate in extracurricular activities because they are always tired. Micronutrient deficiency. A child always has a funny skin, whether you put oil on it, it's always cracking. Vitamin B, pellagra, always having diarrhea, memory loss, difficulties learning, difficulties concentrating in school. That is why, as Minister of Health, working with Minister of Education, we have established those health corners in most of the schools, and we've trained the teachers themselves to be able to pick up such children so that they are assisted at that level. It's very important that we in the districts, including the council, you are able to identify things like this. And it's very important that you from the Chivombo District Council has come, and this is what it should be.
A 45-year-old beneficiary of the Social Cash Transfer SCT program has expressed gratitude to the government for providing financial support to vulnerable households. A visually impaired man, Winston Zulu, has praised government's initiative, saying the program has improved his family's living conditions. His wife, Helen Vulandi, a mother of 3 children, has commended the government for its commitment to reducing poverty and improving the lives of vulnerable citizens.
Program ya social cash transfer. So ilio twayumfire ba Edman balisa batweba. Ilio batwebere twaliya twalembesha. Ilio twalembeshe twatambile okupokea mpia 180.